Look, we're making the new counterculture whether they want it or not. So who's going to run the non-woke answer to Newsarama or the non-autistic IGN?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. He's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Richard.
Look at me. We're gonna be okay. You can rest now.
Our new co-host that will be taking Richard's spot on the show is Mr. Emily Music. My next co-host, the man who will absolutely make you change. And by making you change, what I mean by that is he is going to help you change from having that story in your head to putting it on paper and putting it into people's hands. And this is the man, the myth, the legend, Daniel P. Riley of whimsyland.org.
Alcohol. A good Christian boy.
Number 1 Iron Age Booty Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Royce. Welcome back to A Drink with Crazy. I am buying a goat. I love goat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I have never seen that intro before.
That was quite an intro.
That was
incredible.
ridiculous. That was I have not.
Credit and due deference to Bat Sauce, our video creator.
Well done, sir. Well done.
That was really good. I have never seen. God, that would have been such a great video for last week, but with all the chaos. Like literally, I was sitting here getting the show ready, and I was like, "Oh crap, we have a new video." Didn't even watch it. Literally went, downloaded it to the computer, uploaded it into the thing. Absolutely. Well, I'm not monetized, so I'm not gonna get hit for that Digimon theme. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect. I thought it was going to be really bad, and it was not as bad as I thought, but it was also still a little.
The long kiss that you and Richard shared was very touching. I was there. I saw it. I was there.
I mean, yeah. I got my I Heart I Am sign around here somewhere.
Oh my god.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, that was great. Oh man. That was funny, man. That was really, really funny. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iron Age Nights, the IAK podcast. This is the show where every week we sit down with a fantastic indie creator and we talk about their projects and them and get to introduce you to hopefully your new favorite creator and new favorite property. But before we get into all that, let's do a quick hello to the chat and say hello to everybody over there.
Hello, chat.
Yeah, Devil's Air, what's going on, man? We got Gorilla Mar, we got Crimson Light. You say that every week, and for some reason, it throws me off every time you do it. And I know it's coming. I know it's there, and but my brain is just like,
Success.
that's going to get flipped. Crimson Law, what's going on? We got Eric Wag Madness, Comics Network. What's going on, Pops? We got Bat Sauce as well, the guy who created that intro video. We've got Evely Music. Don't associate with the chat.
Always associate with the
Don't
chat.
associate with the chat. Chat are miscreants and delinquents. Horizon Talker, what's going on? Carissa's just like, oh God, what did I get myself into? We got Seabass going. Herbert P. Hunter, the Lord Forge. What's going on? It's good to see everybody down in the chat. I do appreciate it. And I will say this for those who are interested, because we got some people that like to do it, and I do want to push it out there, and I don't have the link pulled up here because I'm awesome like that. I do have the brand new I Support Indie Creators t-shirts, which I would be wearing, but my wife is out of town right now, and all of the laundry is on the bed.
That's how you do it. That's the way it's done.
Dude, it's a really, really comfortable blanket. You just like crawl under all of the laundry. It's really great. Anyway, but yes, I do have the I Support Indie Creators t-shirts. Just click the Linktree link in that pinned comment in the chat there. Also, we've got some people that do love sending in super chats to make fun of me and or just to support the show. There's a private donation link there as well. It's through PayPal. So if you guys want to send in some super chats and stuff like that and have me read them out on the air, I will do that as well. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my host, Daniel P. Riley and Evely Music. How are you guys doing this week?
I'll go first.
Good.
I'm doing it.
I don't think it won.
No, you.
I'm
I've been
attempting.
busy, man.
I'm always trying to tweak things, and sometimes I tweak them in a way that nobody likes, and that was one of
Yeah,
those
invite
times.
two people to talk at the same time. What's the worst that could happen?
My enjoyment is usually.
I assume everything he does at this point is a test for me somehow, and I failed that one.
It's also a test for me too. We're gonna see which one passes, and I'm the test creator.
I'm doing pretty good, man. I've been busy. I've been working on a ton of things. I got one song wrapped up finally, another one in the works, moving along, making progress, and a bunch more to get to. So
Yeah, we're gonna
been
have to
busy,
have
but
you-
it's good to be busy. And
we're gonna
Daniel,
have to
how
have
you doing,
make a
man?
song.
I am exhausted, but that's nothing new.
Let's see.
The Jisedai #2 comic campaign for the special edition is $6 shy of making its 500 goal.
Awesome. That's great.
What? Well, share the link down in the chat.
Yeah, somebody push
Yeah,
him
I'll
over the
get
line here.
Share the link in the chat.
Fine.
Maji Chan, would you do me a favor? Because Maji Chan is down there. Would you? She's a moderator. Maji Chan, would you get it? Oh no, Daniel's gonna do it. Either you do it, or I will ask somebody else to do it for you. And really, really quickly before we go, and this was sent in before I made the announcement on IH. They didn't leave their internet name, and I'm not going to dox them. But anyway, a person with the with the initials IH sent in $20 through the private donation link. It says, "We have bullied Royce enough about the goats and the White Claw. Now the goats need support for the goats." That is not a lie at all. Yes, the baby goats are doing well, but we got to make sure that they get to a healthy weight and all that. And probably within the next week or two, they'll be going down to the farm.
What were their names again?
Samson and Matilda.
Matilda.
Yes. You look at her. I just looked at her and I was like, but for short is Tilly. And the reason that I looked at her, I was like, you're not a Tilly, but a Matilda. Tilly is the name of the dog that raised my wife. The dog that actually used to walk to the park with her when she was like a toddler. And my wife was always so. I looked at her and I was kind of running through names that I knew, and I was like Tilly, and I was like no, and I was like Matilda, and I said that to my wife, and I was like, oh, and by the way, for short, you can call her Tilly, and she was like, oh, I love that. So yes, I have the baby goats. Yes, we do have the baby goats, and we got to make sure that they grow happy and healthy and strong, and because we're gonna raise them for meat. Well, my wife tells me that apparently they're pets now. They were meat.
Plot twist.
Yeah. The plot twist that I saw coming from a mile away, back when this whole joke started, back in November. No, Royce, just get the goats. It's fine. You can use them for food, and I'm like, but I already know where this story goes. It's like I've been
where the story was gonna go.
Yep. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. I didn't realize that the goat thing had been going on since November.
Mm-hmm.
possibly before that. It was the first time that the Saska sisters were on. Whenever we had the Saska sisters and Carol Brown. But anyway, we
So
have
now you
gone
know how
on
many
long enough.
how many months it takes to break down Royce.
God. Well, no, the idea, once my wife was like, hey, we can raise him for meat, I was like, all right, that's fine. Like, as long as I can barbecue the little bastards, I'm good with it. Anyway, without going on too long about that, yes, the private donation link does work to help support the goats and make sure that they are happy, healthy, and alive. It will also go to help out the Iron Age barbecue that I will be throwing, which I'll be absolutely running around with a phone, and we will be I'll be putting together a clipped video of the Iron Age barbecue for everybody who is missing it, which is coming up in just a few weeks here. But ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Corissa Grant from Worthy Chaos Comics. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying our chaos?
Yeah, right at home.
That's good.
Perfect.
Usually I have an applause button that I hit, and then I go, but I don't have that right now.
Oh, you couldn't have at
Well,
least be like,
really, you're just a team. Yeah,
No, that's what we
There
have
you
you here for, Evelyn.
it's always nice to tease someone being like, normally we have this really cool thing, but not for you. Thanks.
You know,
Yeah.
when the expensive piece of technology just goes, no, and then you're like, and then what do? Every time the expensive piece of technology does that, is like, no, and you're like, okay, turn the power off, turn the power back on, and then it goes, no. Oh, I don't know how to handle this any further than this. I was always told turn it off, turn it back on, and it did not in fact come back alive after that. So the really cool things are because of that. I'm sorry. But anyway, how are you doing? How has your week been?
Okay. It's like when you go to a store and you ask for something and like, we just sold the last one. Like, I don't want to hear that. But yeah, no, I'm good.
It's like, yeah, no, it's that old lady over there. If you run really fast and tackle her, you can get it out of her shop. Oh, wait, no, don't do that.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. Depends how desperate I am to get it. So,
Sir, this is a Walmart. That is allowed.
That is allowed. God, dude, I will say this, and it's a good thing, but it makes me sad. But the lack of like violent Black Fridays that we have had lately makes me sad. Remember Black Friday? You used to go on YouTube the day after just to see all of the clips that people had from the store videos and everything, and it was just the most Royal Rumble of like redneck cage match that you've ever seen in your life, and we don't see those anymore. It makes me sad.
It's all
no,
migrated.
so Walmarts aren't 24 hours anymore, so we don't get the really fun videos. So
you still occasionally something will come out where people go
That's
crazy
true.
like that.
Yeah.
Recently was those Stanley mugs. They had different colors at Target.
Oh crap! I heard about that.
It was
it's like
wild.
$50 each. Like, what the hell?
What's so crazy too is my dad, carpenter, as a kid, he had one of the green Stanley.
Yeah, the
Like
real
Yeah,
stuff.
it was like it was a staple for any construction
Yeah.
worker. And then you see a line of these gals fighting over like, there's a pink one. I'm like, whoever's working at Stanley that figured out how to market that to a completely
Yes.
different demo deserves a raise. Well done.
Dude, oh god, yeah, and I hope they got it too. I didn't see the internet videos from that though. God, I miss. Anyway, Corissa.
Yes,
I am a lot more distracted this evening than I usually. I'm not.
I
my
have that
normal-
effect on people.
Yeah, it happens.
Don't
I
believe
cause
the-
rambling and distraction, and yeah.
I-
I think I did a whole 2-hour show where we didn't talk about my Kickstarter once. So it was like the last 5 minutes where they were like, "We should probably mention your Kickstarter." It was like, whatever.
I am usually a lot better at this in the off. No, not really. Sometimes.
Sure, that's what they'll say.
Well.
Me on John's Long Box earlier this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had that show. I didn't see that.
Yeah, John and I were talking about everything but the campaign for I think the first half hour.
You shouldn't do that.
What? I wanted to talk to John. John wanted to talk to me, and we forgot about the purpose of me being there.
I can
So-
definitely see that happening. Yeah.
I think it's actually a good thing because you get to know the person a little bit.
Right?
And then you're like, okay, I like this person. What do you have to show me now? You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
The door.
I'm all about rambling for nothing forever.
Okay, so that being said,
Let's do it.
that being said, the infamous first question. And I love this question because I never really have to change it unless I do change it. But then I just word it differently. It's still the same question. But anyway, the infamous first question that only ever slightly changes sometimes when I feel like it is Corissa.
Way
What
too long
got-
of a title.
Dude, I'm trying to shorten it, but I can't afford an editor.
We would have had an answer already, but
Right
okay.
into
Go
this,
ahead.
I know.
folks.
But I had to
Yeah,
know. But
I won't do that one for free.
I'm on the
Yeah.
edge of my seat. I'm on the edge of my seat. Go ahead.
So
You
where
built it
does
up
this
too
whole
much.
thing begin with you? Where you've got a lot going on. You've got the first book going on. Where does all of this begin with you? Are you a kid writing your own comics? Are you interested in it then? Where does where does your journey begin?
Resident Evil 2.
Oh wow. Oh no. Just straight up. Just like I know exactly where it began.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt in my mind. I saw a commercial for the original Resident Evil 2 where the alligator comes out of the sewer to try to bite Leon, and whatever the hell was in that commercial that made me want to get it. I was a teenager that went out and bought PlayStation 1 and rented the game. And then I'm there trying to play it. Now, this is going to really age me, and I don't care. I'm old. I played Atari, so I did not know the PlayStation. I played Duck Hunt, so I sucked at Mario Brothers. So here I am trying to get Leon to walk, and there's no instruction manual because I rented it, and all he does is walk into the fire. So I threw the controller because I was so pissed. My freaking older brother comes in. He's been playing Zelda since he was born. Picks up the controller, starts playing, and I just get so mad. I kick him out, and then I figured it out, and we started playing. I got so obsessed with the game that I started to role play as Claire Redfield, and I role played as her for 15 years before I started writing the story.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Damn. That's
Yes.
freaking.
yes.
So obsessive is a mild term here.
Everything I'm going to tell you can probably have the word obsessed in it. The story, the Resident Evil, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's how it grew. And then I went out and bought the game and realized that there was an auto aim and was completely pissed off because I didn't have an auto aim before. So since then I have been role playing, and during that time I came up with this story, and it has a lot of Resident Evil influence, Silent Hill, Supernatural and Buffy are in there, but Silent Hill is pretty much the first 7 issues. And then 14 on is Resident Evil. So by the end of this year, I literally shortened my campaign so that I could fit issue 14, which is the first of the Resident Evil storyline in October. So I have seven campaigns this year. So.
Jeez. So okay, we're gonna touch on that 7 campaigns.
Just attacking Kickstarter.
Just oh my god.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone, okay? Just
Die, my minions!
I started a year
you're
and a
not
half
supposed to touch it that hard. Anyway.
That's not what I was told. But I started a year and a half ago. Issue 11 is live now, but we are in the middle of drawing 17. So series 1 is 44 issues, and they will be done. So
Okay.
So yeah.
So what is it? Because I want to back up just a little bit before we get into all that. What is it about? What is it about Resident Evil and Silent Hill and all that? What grabs you there? Because there's something there that inspired you, that got you hooked. What's that hook? What brought you in?
I think I just love the survival of it. Like, my whole thing is like a horror survival game. It is literally these 2 characters trying to survive against everything we throw at them: angels, demons, hellhounds, zombies, ghosts, Anubis, anything we could think of, we throw at them. So I just think it's kind of the what if you wake up and there's zombies, and what the hell are you gonna do? And I just love I used to think about the zombie survival, what would I do, and what's the first step you do, and all that fun stuff. And I guess it's just got obsessed with the thought of, I have a shirt that my husband bought me when I first met him, and it says the hardest part about the zombie apocalypse is acting like I'm not excited it happened. So it's so it has a machine gun on. I actually wore it 2 days ago.
That's great.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it was that I was wearing, I think I was wearing the I had a Biohazard shirt, and it says Zombie Apocalypse Group. But what was really funny was, I bought a mask, like the Biohazard mask, and I did not realize I was wearing the Biohazard shirt on because I'd slept on it. So I took this picture of me in this mask, and my husband's like, "You look like you're about to go out into the apocalyptic world," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm all set." So yeah, I think it's just the aspect of dealing with that, like, what would you do? And a big thing about the two characters is, what are their limits? What can you push them to? What would they do for the other person that another person wouldn't do? Like, what's your limit? And that's we push the boundaries of that to like the top most. Mostly we just like to torture our characters, but generally it's what's the limit.
Oh, you're one of those storytellers.
If you don't like cliffhangers or action or cursing, you're not gonna like this story.
Depends on how much. These days I'm looking for more stuff that I can bring into the house and my kids can get into. So
do not give this to your kids. I gotta tell you, so
my oldest is almost 13.
We're gonna clip that and send it to you so you can use it as your Surgeon General's warning.
Yeah, let me tell you, I've done a lot of shows and book signings, and I've been asked at least 10 times. I'll have a parent come up to me, mother and father, "What is this rated?" I said, "There's a lot of cursing and there's a lot of gore." And she's like, "Is there any nudity?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Okay, my kid can read it." I was like, "Be my guest." Like, I was like,
my kids watch Demon Slayer, so
yeah.
Well, then they're fine.
And I'm a construction worker that cusses like a sailor, so
I am no longer liable because I have this warning in the front.
You're never liable to begin with.
I'm gonna this is what I tell everyone. It says the following comic is intended for mature audiences and contains adult content, graphic language, self-harm, violence, gore, horror-filled fun. Proceed at your own risk. You have been warned. So you can give it to whoever you want to. I'm not liable.
You never are liable.
Spiritual vowel.
Oh, dude, that what was that lawsuit? It was some game company that like a bunch of parents sued them and they won.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. It was like, I was like, are you kidding me? Because it had like gambling mechanics in it, and these parents like sued because they're like, oh well. I'm like, who the hell gave it to their kids to begin with?
Yeah.
But the parents, oh, dude, that gets me so. Yeah, so you're not liable. Like, I appreciate the disclaimer.
But you just said they won, so.
Yeah, but the courts are retarded. Yeah.
But still, I might not be liable, but I don't want to lose either. So.
I think it's a wise move on your part.
Yeah.
I agree.
The gun may not be loaded, but I'm still gonna stay away from the front of it.
Like I added the self-harm because of something that happened in issue 7. So when I got to issue 7, I was like, we're just gonna add this in there for all the trigger happy people. So
there you go.
Yeah, now I can't be told that I didn't tell. So there you go.
No, that's I mean, but I kind of like that because it's I like the fact that you're going with just like cursing and bad language and like gore and stuff like that. It's like a
my mom read it, and her review is, "I finally read your story, and besides all the F words, it was pretty good." So there's my mom's review for you.
I appreciate too that you're willing to put out exactly what is inside of these books, because there's a lot of them where you don't know and you kind of go into it, and a lot of times I base my experience off of the personality of the person. I get in there, I'm like, whoa, I did not expect this. So I sometimes I wouldn't mind a little warning. Let me know.
Yeah, and I always warn, like when I show people at like cons and stuff, I was like, "Do you mind gore?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Okay, so turn to page 2 and 3, and if you can tolerate those, they're the worst. So you survive." I literally put it like the very beginning of issue 1. Like, if you can get past these 2 pages, you'll survive the rest of the book. So. Yeah.
That's a good way to break people in.
It's completely completely gore filled. The parent is pretty much attached to the wall by daggers in the hand, and the guts are falling out, and he had cut off the head of the mother and throws it at her. So that's page 2 and 3. So get past those and you'll be fine. So.
It's not that bad. I've seen hell, Supernatural damn near did that.
Yeah.
in the first episode.
Yeah, that was an intense first episode.
That was that was an intense.
We got to weed out the weaklings. We got to make sure that they don't get involved. You know?
Oh, they always get involved. They always get involved.
Yeah. So I had somebody that was buying it, and they're like, "Oh, I bought this book, and I found out later it was zombies, and I hated it." And they were like, "How much is your book?" And I was like, about the zombies. But yeah, it's seriously like I said, if I think I had one show I was on that was this guy. It was live show. He read it like an hour before the show started, and he comes on and goes, "I don't like the pace." I was like, "You don't like the pace?" He's like, "No, it's too fast." I was like, "Which part of chaos didn't you get when you saw the title? Like, which didn't you understand?" It's incredibly.
First of all, like,
the first two issues are the most
read it an
chaotic.
hour and a half before a show? I've finished the last few pages of books like an hour before a show.
Yeah,
but I have
not bothered before a show.
But I've started them, and I've had time to like kind of digest at least most of the story, with the exception of like the last.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he didn't like the pacing, and I was like, "That's okay. If your mind can't go that fast, I totally understand. So don't worry about it."
Did you say?
But
that to me?
yeah.
That's
It is
awesome.
chaotic. The first two are the most chaotic. So if you get past those two, it never slows down, but it kind of evens out. We give them like, I don't know, 4 pages every 5 issues to talk for 2 seconds and like go on. But yeah, they're pretty much always being chased with or fighting something or cursing at it or something. Yeah, something's always got to die. So, but it's very much a survival story. And it would make a great video game someday. So putting that out there, great video game.
Well, being that it's inspired by.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's like, what would you have? What would be your choice to do? Like show or movie? And there's 2 things if I had my choice: the video game, and a rated R for violent animated series. Like I would love a really good animated series. I think that would be, because it's such a long series, and I don't know. I think that would be like ideal. But that's
getting into the anime lately.
Yeah, it'd be like
It's
a
a
really
thing.
cool anime, but like American.
It'd be like the you guys remember the animated Spawn series back in the day that you could
That's so funny.
barely
I
find nowadays?
just
But
bought that at Goodwill like 3 days ago.
what?
Yeah, I'd never seen it. I was
No
like, animated Spawn. It was $1.29. I was like, sure.
No
That's so funny,
way.
dude. That's a
You
weird
did
thing.
not get. Oh, dude, when you come out here, you got to bring that. We got to put that on. Watch that.
I'll try to
I
remember.
remember that. It's been a long time, but I definitely do remember that.
been
It's
hot.
the kind that sticks with you. So
I only
I don't
ever
know
saw
if
a
we
few
could have
episodes
6
of it.
hours for that.
I never saw the whole. What's up, Daniel?
I said, I don't know that we're going to have 6 hours for that.
Probably not. No, it's gonna be the barbecue weekend's gonna be ridiculous.
it's only 3
So-
shows, right? Isn't this a 2-hour show? You've got 3 shows to watch 6 hours.
Well, we're referencing. So in July, actually, I put together a thing for my community, and but it's at my house. I'm throwing a barbecue for my community, but it's at my house. So we had to like make sure that we're like, okay, could we definitely know these people, and we're pretty sure we can have them over to the house. Like, yeah, no, well, and then I built 2 barbecue pits. I built an offset smoker and a regular barbecue pit that are all wood fired. So I built those from parts and pieces and propane tanks, and I'm gonna be it's gonna be a long. I'm gonna be up for probably.
I'm
24
exhausted
hours.
just hearing about you having to do this.
Yeah, no, this is how I live. This is this is.
No. Why do you twitch yourself? Why are you like that? Like I could not do that.
I can't not be. I've tried. It doesn't.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
get depressed.
I could
Like,
not
why
do
are
it.
you depressed? I didn't do anything today, so go do something. Oh,
Everyone
well.
asks why I'm always so happy, and it's because I don't do things like that. Like that is like
Oh.
literally the reason why I'm
Well,
happy.
it's we talked
I'm sure
about
you'll have a great time.
we talked about this last week enough, but yeah, I think what was the breakdown, guys? What was it out of 168 hours a week? What did we math it out to? Like I basically work and keep going 115 hours a week because I figured
something like that. Yeah.
something like
I think
that.
I
'Cause-
calculated that I work 60 hours a month. So That's about. I work two days a week, and 2 to 3 depending on the week, and then the
Yeah,
rest is
But you also do your
writing.
comic. But you also
Huh?
do your writing too. So add in that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but that's not work. That's not work. I sit down and write 6,000 words without thinking.
No, I don't view work as a thing that you hate. I view it as production, right? So I produce at my day job. I produce, on my YouTube channel. I produce like so. Yes, I am working constantly. The work has a negative connotation nowadays because the world's full of a bunch of pussies. But
People are lazy.
Yes,
but no,
I will tell you, I'm extremely lazy, except for my comic. Like
No.
it is the most. It totally outweighed my laziness. It destroyed it completely.
no, that's awesome though. But
That's
I love
good.
that thing that you're just like, God, I could just sit here and do nothing for hours, or I could get up and do this other thing and get fulfillment out of this. I love that feeling.
Yeah, I worked on the hardcover file for book 2. That's coming out in September actually. So I was going through the file, and I'm dyslexic, so I had looked at these 200 pages. I guarantee you 20 times, and I was like, all right, all the pages are there. They were not. One page was missing. So like, not only was one page was missing, was my artist had uploaded one page twice and missed another page. So I went through the entire book, and I was like, all right, well, this is what's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna have to read it all over again because you just never know. So
That's nuts.
I'm very paranoid to hand over. I hand over $3,000 for these hardcovers. So I'm completely paranoid on them, and I have 10 in this series 1. So I can't wait to keep doing it. Well, originally they're 5 hardcovers. So when I do a box set, they're going to be in their true form, which is 5. However, because it's such a long series, 44 issues for series 1, I cut it into 5 issues per hardcover so that people can catch up faster and cheaper. Because buying, we started a year and a half ago, we're on 11. So to catch up, the easiest thing is to get hardcovers or digital files. I have 5 issues. No, I have $25 gets you the 11 PDFs for the catch up tier. So digital is definitely the best way to catch up. But yeah.
Yes.
So, but hardcovers are a pain in my ass. I'm just so completely paranoid with them. But man, when you get that in hand, it's like the coolest thing ever. It's so permanent, It's completely permanent until you have to find storage for 500 hardcovers. Then you're like, fuck.
Just get really good at stacking.
Yeah. Oh my god, I still have 6 boxes here, and then there's 2 boxes back there. It's like 9 boxes that show up at your door, and then you're just like, I have to go through every single one of these, and that's gonna hurt. But so yeah, lesson learned. But yeah,
but it does feel like work.
No, well, carrying in the boxes does, but other than that, yeah. So,
No lie.
I can see that. Why
what?
That's what we all ask. Why?
There it is.
Why?
No,
a deep
Google's being
question.
weird. Well, I was trying to get here and it wasn't populating in StreamYard, so I had to close out some other things. But this is the Kickstarter for
It is indeed.
Fantastic Story. And I know you said you've got an awesome trailer here, so let's give that a look-see.
So if anyone wants to go watch it, you can go watch it. Just search Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter, and we're the only thing that pops up. Yeah, it's a long video because there's so much to see. But yeah, it's I actually sped that up. So I think when the person gives it to me, it's like a minute long. I was like, I can get it down to, that's why I go so fast. But I did not speed up the music. That is literally how the music sounds.
Honestly, the imagery there looks really, really freaking cool.
Well, you know what's funny? I have a funny story for why she's wearing a nurse's outfit, because everyone thought it's utterly brilliant, of course, because she has a sexy nurse outfit, but it was not on purpose. My artist, who I love dearly, has no memory, like none, zero. So she got a wound in issue 8, and every single panel he forgot. He sends a page, he forgets to put the wound on. I was like, you have to add the wound. So he kept going back and forth, over and over again. So finally I was like, she has to change her damn shirt. I can't do this for the rest of these episodes. I was like, we have to change it. So now I'm thinking they're trapped in a haunted asylum. What shirt is she gonna wear? What color? Can't be the same color, because what are the odds? You know, she can't wear white or black. It's yellow's weird. So finally I was like, you know what? She's in a haunted asylum. There was a ghost wearing a nurse outfit. She's gonna wear a nurse outfit. And now you got the
That's such a great way to cover that.
Right? So it worked out. It was not intentional. It was not in the book, but I told my my artist that your poor memory has increased the sexuality of my poor character. So we have really cool covers that she's in.
And the poor readers.
Yeah, I'm sure they're suffering.
Yeah.
Horribly.
Well, good tie-in too to Silent Hill, because I mean, obviously,
right?
one of the most iconic character designs from that franchise. So
Absolutely.
I assume that's what it was a tie to that. But
we'll just go with that then. So that cover that you see right there, the first one, there's only like 4 left. So FYI.
That's pretty cool.
So if anyone wants it,
background.
Yeah. And then there's the second one. This is Marvel artist Kevin Sharp, who did the interior art for Army of Darkness. And many others, but that's the reason why I chose them. So just like issue 8, the artist was Jeremy Rampak, which was the interior artist for Resident Evil comic book. So I have my reasons. But yeah. And these are the interior pages.
That looks really good. That looks solid.
I was trying to think of the best way to make him show that he's possessed without the just normal eyes change, you know. So we just gave him like the shadow, and I didn't want it to look corny. I think it turned out really well.
No,
I like it.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
it reminds me of I'm gonna miss the reference. There was a comic that was then turned into a game, and I think it's
that narrows it down.
I can't remember, but the main character is possessed, and the voice actor for it in the game was I'm missing all the references, but it reminds me of that. For anybody that can read my mind better than I can.
Dude, what the fuck was even that?
The Darkness. It's called The Darkness. I was trying.
The game or the comic?
I was kicking around somewhere. Yeah. But that's what it reminded me of, and then he has like the thing behind him too, like that. It's cool.
And just so anyone knows, we don't do stretch goals like a normal person. We don't do stretch goals like normal indie creators, because for whatever reason, it didn't seem fair. If you spend $5, you get the same as the people that spend $200. So what we do is, if you spend $50, you get something. If you spend $75, you get an extra something, and $100, stuff like that. There is for the first time. Well, again, there's only 3 left. But for the first time, we have a prequel there, and it will be redone. I warn everybody, because I don't want them to spend their money and think, but it will be redone in like a year or so with our artist. But this was an old artist that I spent thousands of dollars on. I figure everyone kept bugging me. I was just ignore that. So everyone
I was literally like, what the fuck? I was like, damn it, cats.
Yeah, we'll go with that. But I was having the PDF for them, because I figure they pay $5 for one. I think it's like $4 or $2 for the other one. And I thought everyone would just be happy with that. If you want an extra one, you get whatever. But no, everyone kept writing, you got to print these. And I was like, really? So I printed them, and now there's like 3 left. So this was the first time they're printed. If anyone wants it, she looks incredibly sexy in it, because she's in fishnet stockings. So there's that. Also, one of the stretch goals, which is really a cool thing, that I think if you spend $125 or higher, it's a suede trading card. I bought it to see if it was fuzzy. It's a suede trading card. It was not as fuzzy as I would have liked, but whatever, it's suede. So yeah, there's that. Also, we have lots of merch. I am the queen of merch, so you're gonna need like 20 minutes to look through my damn Kickstarter. But we have these commercially made plushies and Nubits and Bastions. So These are very popular. We sell them pretty fast.
Lady got the plushies. Whoa. Hold on. Hold those up again. Like, that's really freaking.
This is Anubis, and this is Bestial. He's got some funky legs, which I absolutely love. She has her weapon. He has a weapon too, but it's 3D printed, so he can hold it, which I'll show you because he looks badass with it. There is a foam one for cheaper, but he just looks so cool with his weapon. So here's his weapon. And so there they go. So I think I only made 50 of her, and I don't know, I sold maybe a quarter of them because this was the first time she was offered. She's not even in this issue, and I told everybody she's not until issue 13, but they showed up at my door, and here they are. And everyone's like, oh, you got to get them. Put them on there. So there you are. I bought 100 of him, and he's about half gone too. So there's that. And we also have other plushies. I think half of them are sold out, but we have the Anubis puppy. And I think there's one left of him.
Have we ever had anybody with plushies on the channel?
So there's one of these, and then there's one of the Hellhound too. So these are my army of plushies. And let me tell you something. I got made fun of when I first started this. Like, I got told, "Why do you have all this merch?" Yeah, take me off big. That was way too much for me. It was like,
Not yet.
Merch? And I got told all the time, it's really stupid. You shouldn't have all this merch. And I would just answer, I wanted it, and now it's tax deductible. And that's pretty much how the merch started. Now, a year and a half in, they're all begging me for my contacts. Where did you get them? And I've had at least 9 creators that made fun of me before and now have plushies added to theirs. They do not have an army of plushies, but they have one plushie in there. So I know I have people that specific people that I know are going to buy them. So I generally, these only get like 1 or 2 made, and that's it. And so they sell pretty quick. But I had a Chatty one, and for those that don't know who Chatty is, because nobody here knows me at all, it's a chameleon vampire bat mix, and he joined the last issue, and now he's a permanent. And I had the coolest plushie, which I can't show you because one was on for sale. Someone bought it instantly, and I got begged for another one. So someone now has my Chatty, and I have to make one for me. But he's an adorable chameleon with wings and fangs, and he's absolutely adorable. So he's very popular. And in fact, my letterer, who gets nervous every time he gets a new script, asked me if Chatty will be okay, and I said, we'll see. So yeah, so far Chatty's okay, so we'll go with that.
So far,
you know, no one's safe, but like Supernatural, most people come back. But you know,
I hated that so much. that I basically noped out of that series when they brought the mom back. I was like,
oh yeah, I hated that.
Nope. Because that was the whole catalyst for the show.
Right. Yeah.
That was the worst possible decision that they could have made.
Yeah. A lot of people
I think spoiler alert, I think killing Bobby was the worst thing they could have done, because I was done after Bobby. I was like, what did you do to Bobby? But yeah, bring him
I kind of knew that his contract was kind of like coming up, aside from a couple other things, because there was like another show that wanted him. So I kind of understood like why they did that on the professional level. It was a very shocking thing that they did. I like how they did like Bobby's ghost, there for a little bit though. That was cool. I wasn't enough that. It really was when they brought their mom back, when they brought Mary back. I was like, this is nothing means anything. And then they tried to be cheeky about, well, we didn't bring them back. They're from a different universe. It's like, fuck off. Because then they brought Bobby back, and then they brought back the redheaded chick, Charlie. Yeah,
and her death too.
Well, her death was probably like that whole episode was one of my favorite episodes. Yeah. Like when Dean, because he's trying to get rid of like the demon part still, and he walks into that and he's just like, yeah, I don't think you understand. You're not making it out of here. And he kills the Frankenstein family. Yeah. And you're like, oh.
He has my hardcover, by the way, just FYI.
No shit.
Wait.
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles?
Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And they all have my hardcover. Yeah. Yeah.
Really? How did you get that to them, or did they buy it?
So So I always get signatures, and whenever I get an autograph, I always say, I brought you one, but you're not required to take it. I won't feel bad. You don't have to take it. So with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I don't think he could have grabbed it faster, where he's like, we're comic book people, I want to read this. And I was like, okay.
That's awesome.
Jared,
I've
was
heard
like,
he's a sweetheart.
he was the super nicest guy. He's like,
I've heard
"Bullshit,
Jeffrey
and I was
Dean
like,
Morgan is just
yeah,
completely chill.
he's awesome. And then Jared, I had to like, he's like, can I really have this? And I was like, I want you to have it. He's like, really? And I was like, just take the damn book. I was like, you can have the book. Jensen is his line has to be moved along really fast. So I didn't think that I would even have a chance. So he's signing mine, and I said, I wrote that, and I brought you one. You're not required to take it, just FYI. He stares at it like he's computing. He goes, hell yeah, I want it, and he took it. So
Oh, that's
also did
super
really nice.
cool.
Yeah. But I I have a funny story about that line that you're not supposed to be in. So I don't know if you've ever been to a supernatural convention, and you really should, because it's fun as hell.
I have never been to any convention.
Yeah, you have to go to this one.
Okay.
They're so laid back. Like there's like the nicest people ever. So there's a line, and you have to wait forever. Especially since I'm usually a 1 day per ticket kind of thing. So like you're last. So like there's 100 people ahead of you. Especially for a Jensen autograph. So she made a mistake, and she said, everyone go line up for Jensen. So I'm like, okay. So I went up there. It had just started. That was the first thing she said. And there was like maybe 10 people in front of me. And then 3 other people are with me. And I could talk to anybody at any time. I'm one of those people. So we're all chatting. And then you hear only gold ticket, row 1, a row A. And we're like, I didn't hear that. Did you hear that? No, I didn't hear that. All right, fine. So we're staying in line, and they walk by, and they never once asked us if we had a gold pass. Not once. So we're like, I'm just going to stay here until I get kicked out, because I'm either going to sit down or stand up. What's the difference? And we were waiting for it till we were only literally in line for 10 minutes. And we're like, as soon as they see our ticket, they're going to kick us out of the line. Nope. We all went through. And I was
That's great.
I was like, yeah. So they favor the bold, I tell you. So yeah,
that's freaking great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So it was a really good show, and I still have to give it to Misha, because technically one of my characters, the angel, is inspired by him.
His character introduction.
Yeah, I love his character, and it was so funny because I made the character where if I ever was rich enough to hire Misha, he can use his regular voice, because that character is just that kind of person.
Right.
So one day, if I have an
the first time I heard him talk, and it wasn't on the show, I was like, wow, really? Wow, that's okay. Yeah.
He has like 3 levels. He has his really goofy self. He has like a normal voice, and then he has this, thing. And he's effed up his voice really bad. Doing Castiel. But yeah, apparently he doesn't care.
That's such a good. I have the first 8 seasons, because I had children after that. No, I had children shortly before that, but they got expensive. But I have the first 8 seasons on DVD, and I used to have a ritual with that show, is that when I would buy the next season, even though I wouldn't break the plastic seal on it until I had watched the old seasons from start to finish entirely. So since then I've seen it. I have probably seen the first 8 seasons of Supernatural.
Don't hurt yourself.
10 times. 10 times minimum.
We are approaching.
No, I had to think about that, because there are and I haven't watched the show in years. I didn't even watch the final season, because again, I was out. But dude, I've seen the first 8 seasons of that show, and I've probably seen the first season of that show upwards of 16. It's it started when I was a kid, and I was getting the DVDs when I was a kid, dude. It ran for 15 years. The first season was 2005.
Yeah.
Warning. Legend of Korra reaching critical mass.
No, dude, Legend of Korra has nothing. I've seen Legend of Korra 3 or 4 times.
No, I mean you're reaching that level where you're going on about something too long.
Oh yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah, the first 5 seasons.
Okay, so on that note, if I'm going on too long, let me go check on the kids, the goats, the cats, the dogs, and the baby chickens, because I need to make sure that everything is still alive in the house, or my wife will kill me.
That is correct.
Gone until until Sunday. I'll be right back, chat. Where's the buttons now? It's different buttons. It's not my normal buttons.
I was gonna say, I feel like the first 5 episodes or 5 seasons of Supernatural, are some of the best TV I've ever seen.
Because it was
Agreed.
supposed to end at 5.
Mhm.
Was it
It
really?
was- Eric Kripke wrote seasons 1 through 5, and he refused to write another one. It was meant to be 5. He stopped at 5. He told everyone, "I'm not doing more, and you can't make me." And then when 5 came, they wanted him to keep going, and he said no. They threw money at him. He said no. I believe The Boys is also 5. So I have not seen The Boys. I'm slightly scared to see it. It's probably right up my alley, but I've never seen Supernatural. You should go see Supernatural.
Yeah.
Definitely watch at least the first 5, and if you can,
First
go
5
watch
seasons are fantastic.
the French Mistake, which is hysterical.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's one of my favorite things about that show, and actually, it'll tie into your work as well. It's
Sure.
not. Well, the question, anyways. I guess I don't. That show, it has very serious episodes, but it has episodes where they have fun. They make fun of even the show itself in some of the episodes, and I really love that about it. That they're fine having a laugh and just having fun with it. So with your books, do they have a similar tone? Are they serious the
Oh
entire
yeah, they're
time?
sarcastic as hell. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear.
one of my favorite ones in there's 2 in the issue 1 that are my favorite. There's one where, and I didn't realize it until I was redoing the the dialogue. I realized in the first issue, like I think 4 things disappear on her: an angel, a demon, her brother, and whoever was the shadow that was in the road. So, and the last one, she's like, why does every guy disappear on me? Do I need new deodorant, or like, what am I doing? So it's just this funny way about her. But my favorite one is where Draven doesn't believe in ghosts, doesn't believe in anything. You know, he's a deadly assassin, but he's never seen, like the supernatural. So when they're stuck in this town that's merging with hell, and they meet up there, and there's ghosts coming at them, she grabs his hand, she pulls him into the fence, and the iron stops the ghost. So he says, "What the hell are those?" And she says, "Ghosts." He's like, "Bullshit, they don't exist." And she's like, "Okay, put your hand through the fence." And he's like, "No, thanks." And he's like, "Why aren't they going over?" And she goes, "Shh, don't tell him." He's like, "Really?" And she's like, "No, they can't cross iron." So I do like their little sarcasticness. Draven is more sarcastic than anyone. So for anyone that doesn't know about the story, now we wrote this while role playing, and I'm the lead where it comes to, I'll write the first chapter, and then my co-writer will write it. So when you're reading it, I write everything, Serafina, all the words, all the actions, everything. But all of Draven's speech and thoughts is my co-writer. So there's 2 different personalities when you're reading it. And you can tell exactly who I am, because Serafina talks nonstop and barely thinks, and Draven thinks all the time and barely talks. So you can absolutely tell who I am. But it gives them that unique personality, and you can absolutely tell that they're 2 different people, and it's kind of nice that you have that. That's one of my favorite parts, and I think that's why people like it too. Like when they're reading it, you kind of get lost in the thing, and a lot of people, I will warn people. Not only is it incredibly addicting to read this story, you get incredibly invested in it, and I get lots of messages where I'm like, "How could you do this?" or "Why did you do this?" and "How does this way? Why did this end this way? I need the next one." And what I just got a message yesterday. It said now they need therapy, and I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, in 2 issues you'll be fine. Just hang in there.
You have to keep adding to the warnings at the
Oh,
beginning,
oh, yeah, right.
like a full page of text.
I need to add a psychological warning. This will cause mental illness to flourish or whatever. But yeah, so you get very invested in it, and you always have at least 24 pages. However, only 2 issues in 17, or 3 issues in 20. In 44. I think it's in. Well, I'll do the first 22 issues. There's only 3 that have 24 pages. The rest are 28 to 44. So you're gonna, and they're all the same price. So like issue 12 is 42 pages. It's a double issue. It's just a lot happens, and I didn't have a good cliffhanger to cut it in between, and I'm very impatient. So there you go. So I could have made double on it, and I was just in a rush to get to issue 14. So 14 on is my favorite, and I was telling my letter, because 22 is like halfway through the series, So 14 through 22 is my favorite. He asked what happens at the end of 22, and I said, "You don't want to know." and he said, "Well, what is the second half of the series?" And it was like twice as brutal. He's like, "How can you be twice as brutal?" I was like, "Well, they go to hell. They go to all sorts of places. They go. It's brutal." So yeah, so it's a very chaotic, adventurous, cursing story. So.
So
That
sorry.
was actually something I was curious about. If for something that's running like you said, 44 issues, and what you've explained of the story so far, how do you keep it fresh that long? Like it
I have
seems
over
like
100
you fall
issues
into
written.
the same crap as like the further Supernatural seasons. You know, after a while.
It's just the story. So in my mind, the story has technically 5 series. It's the prequel, which is the main. The last 5 are there. There's going to be a lot more later with the demons and how they come and all that stuff. But right now, there's 5 for the prequel that completes Damnation, and then you have Redemption, which is this 1 through 44. Now, on 44, I can end it, and there will be a warning that says if you want a happy ending, don't read the epilogue. So there'll be a warning. But if you read the epilogue, all hell literally breaks loose, and you can go into series 2, which is 30 issues already written. And that has a really great ending. It could stop there and you're happy-go-lucky. And if I don't put the epilogue, you'll be perfectly fine. So I definitely want to do those 80. That's, I want to do 44, the 30, and the 5. Those are my main goal. Series 3, we're still in the middle of it. 2 books are completely done, and 1's halfway done, and 2 are started. And then series 4 is where there's a war between Egyptian gods with Greek gods against heaven and hell and Celtic. So there's going to be a huge war, and that's going to be series 4. So it's fresh because it just keeps going. There's no circle. It's just there's always something to write about this story.
If you ever
somebody said that to me on a podcast, they're like, how do we know it's going to have a good ending and it's not going to be like Game of Thrones? It's like, because all the endings are written. You know it's going to end. Like, it's not this I got to end it now bullshit. No, 44 and then at 30 have really good endings. So I may or may not stop it there. We'll see how it goes. So
if you ever need a curveball, like, man, I just need a god pantheon. Yeah, I know. Well, I had to make sure nothing was burning and or the children weren't fighting or strangling each other or slapping each other. Or yelling at each other.
So all good? You're clear? You're good? He doesn't look so sure.
No, but I'm back. I'm back.
All right, that's all that matters. Okay.
No, I was listening to you while I was gone, and
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not at all. I love listening to it, but no. One of the things that I was gonna say, like, if you ever need a god pantheon that you just have to pull from because you need something crazy, look to the Japanese god pantheon. Holy
I need more freaking things to add to this. You know what? I will add them.
Watch a video on like Japanese mythology, like their god pantheon mythology. Oh my god! Like
I didn't do the gods. I just did the I don't know how to say it because I'm dyslexic and I'm going to use that as an excuse. It starts with a J, and it's a woman that pretends to be a woman and then turns into a spider and eats you. So she's going to be after the Spider King and all that. For series 4, all hell breaks loose and all the dimensions open, all the gates and religions open. So everything's going to be there. So we'll just throw those in because why not? So
there was another stream you were on, and somebody pitched. They're like, "When did the aliens show up?"
Oh,
and they were talking about Sasquatch was going to protect the aliens or something. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, the Sasquatch is supposed to be their guardian or their guide on Earth. Yeah. So I was like,
wait, Sasquatch is
Sasquatch, yeah, and it's so someone had his shirt at the con that said Bigfoot is the hide and seek champion, and now I've got that stuck in my head for the rest of my life.
That's pretty good.
It's true.
I love the batshit stuff that creators come up with. I mean,
yeah, Aztec too. Yeah.
I
Lovecraft is going to be there too. We're going to have a couple of those too. Great. Yeah. We'll have everybody torturing everybody. It'll be good. I don't know if you guys will ever get to read it. We'll see how far it gets. It's so funny because everyone wants to read the novels, and I'm like, you'll never ever read them. No one's ever going to read them, and they get all pissy. I'm like, well, trust me, it's a comic for a reason. I'm not a very good writer, but I'm an amazing storyteller. So just accept the comic books and go with that. So yeah.
And
Hey,
for the
know your
comics,
strengths. Know
I'm
your
looking at your Kickstarter page here. The best place to dive in, I assume, would be the hardcover with issues 1 through 7.
Yeah, it's 222 pages.
Yeah.
If you like it, it's the way to go. There's the
I'm
warning. I even put it on the
222
Kickstarter.
pages, hardcover, $40. Is that correct?
$39. Yep.
That is
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
insane.
So
deal.
I originally, most indie people have it for $55. That's the general price for indie hardcovers. However, I have a lot of faith in my book, and I went and I bought 500 copies of the hardcover. So I got an amazing deal, and I want people to be able to read it. So there you go.
And it says here it also comes with the PDF. So if you buy the physical, you get the digital as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, every tier, I don't know why everyone doesn't do this, but every single tier you get with the physical issue, you'll get the PDF too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
That's
That's how we roll.
nuts. 222 pages for $39. That's insane.
And it's a
It's a
hardcover
really
too.
good story. The
And it's a
art is really
hardcover.
good.
That's nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hardcover is
and I will
nice.
show you. So this cover is this cover, and this one's the popular cover. So this is the cover that Ken Hunt drew. He's a DC artist who did Batman, Harley Quinn, Superman, all that fun stuff. So he did the art. This is the most popular one. Everyone loves this one. I have the original art. No
that's
one's going to get it.
Dope.
So the colorist is Cece Dela Cruz, who is the current internal artist, colorist for Lady Death Universe. She's absolutely phenomenal. She did an amazing job, and everything's glossy, gorgeous. I mean, it's just, I love it. Absolutely love it. I think these hardcovers were the best investment besides my artist. I'll put that out in the air. But I definitely recommend the hardcover. And the second hardcover is coming out in September. So if you only like hardcovers, then you can get the next one coming up. So every other month a new issue comes out, and once a year a hardcover comes out. So you always have that option.
Jeez.
Yeah. And issue 13 is being sold with the hardcover. And I'm gonna warn everybody that even if you only want the hardcovers, you're probably going to want 13 the way 12 ends. So I'm just going to put out there that if you're not good at waiting or cliffhangers, make sure you get 13 with book 2 or someone's going to kill me. So
A student of supernatural. I see.
yeah.
You're just like, no, I end every book on a cliffhanger. Huh. Wonder where I've seen that before.
You know, what's really funny is I actually looked it up, and it actually, the term came from an actual cliffhanger on a show. He was hanging from a cliff. That was the ending of the show. It was him hanging from a cliff. We don't actually have one where he's hanging from a cliff, but I might just have to put it in there as an homage to the cliffhanger.
I wonder, I'd have to look that up and see like the original cliffhanger. Now that I've said it heavily, like 4 seconds from now, I'll be like, oh, it's actually because that's what he does.
Well,
Sometimes.
because everyone uses phrases and they never really think about where it came from. And
know,
so
right?
I was just curious where the cliffhanger came. So I use the word all the damn time, and then it was like an actual cliffhanger. So there you go.
I look into a lot of that. Well, and part of it's because we're a homeschool family too. So like my kids ask questions. Hey, where did this come from? It's like, well, let's look it up. Let's find where it came from. And over the years, just my natural curiosity has gotten the better of me. And a lot of times I go and I look at the origins of stuff. And
Me too.
people are just like, how do you know that? I'm like, I don't.
Google is your friend.
Yeah.
Unless you're sick,
can-
then it is not your friend.
Consult the Oracle.
You can use Google for more than fill in whatever blank that you guys are using Google for, but you can use it for more than that.
There's a
So I
website
appreciate
for that.
now. Well, first of all, the content warning, so you know what the book is in for, and then also the references. Think Buffy, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, horror, and supernatural. The fact that there's these things. I'm like newish to comics. I read them in my teenage years, but it's been a while, and I'm just getting back into it. So I don't even like Lady Death. I'm like, I had to look that up real quick. But I'm aware of Buffy and Resident Evil. So for somebody like me, that is very, very helpful. And then in addition to all that, you also like to find out what these phrases mean, which usually whenever I share that sort of knowledge with people, they're like, don't put that in my head, bro. I don't want to know that. That's taking up space.
So I have to look up everything. And it's really funny because it is a horror fictional story, but I have to look up the little tiny things to make sure they make sense. Like at one point, she does punch a shark, and I had to make sure that actually can be done. And it says it's not ideal. You should be grabbing the gills, but you can punch a shark, and it will deter them if you hit them hard enough. So
Did
you
you
figure
hit him
that
in
out.
the eye or in the nose?
It's the nose, the end of the nose, but the best way is to pull on the gills. If you punch or pull the gills.
Grab the
If
gills
you
and you
can
headbutt him in
reach
the
the
nose.
gills.
Yeah, if you can reach. Yeah,
You got to use your toes, man. Get your
I mean,
toes
like
out.
if we're into shark punching territory, like
This is
the gill grabbing territory is probably about that far of a stretch.
the old Batman, the
Yeah.
old one with
Oh God,
I'm
yeah.
drawing blanks everywhere. Where he has the shark's repellent spray, and he's like,
I remember
that's
that.
what
Yep.
Oh,
That's
Burt
what-
Ward and Adam
doing
West.
it-
Yeah.
Adam
Yeah,
West.
Adam West. Adam West.
Wee.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm picturing.
Every time I hear that, the only thing I think of is the mayor from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Mayor Adam West.
Wee.
So I also had to look at there's one part where she shoots a propane tank, and I wanted to see if it would actually blow up. And they do not blow up if you shoot it. You have to light the actual gas coming out.
If you use an incendiary around, it will blow up.
Yeah, you have. But
So-
I'm just saying, shooting it alone will not.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. But for those who are just wondering, I want a propane tank to blow up, and then and to make it happen, and people are like, no, you're like, actually, do you see that red tip on the end of the bullet there? That you can. They're all tipped. Certain way. Anyway,
that was-
so
that was not a-
for
I thought it
those
was a
who are
fashion
wondering,
The tip is the most important. Yeah.
oh Jesus,
Knew that was coming.
it's
Anyway,
only getting worse.
that's-
It's only
That's
getting
how she
worse.
blows up her propane tank. She shoots it and then she throws a lighter at it. So I have to make sure facts in my fake story is accurate. So good times.
Yeah, that's one thing that Hollywood got away with for a long time. It's just like, we're gonna make stuff explode, and then a lot of people are like, that's not how that works.
Oh yeah, the repercussions. You can't walk away from a giant explosion as cool as it is. So
Yes.
there's
That
like
was
no way. And then there's two simple things that movies screw up. One, nobody steps in the shower and then turns it on. Nobody. No one that is sane will step in the shower and turn it on. It's cold. You don't want that.
Yeah.
And two, nobody ever says goodbye on the damn phone. Who does that? Like, say goodbye. So those are the two movie tropes that,
I say it
have to figure out.
seldomly.
What?
Like seldomly will I say, and it's like usually like my dad or my mom like will actually say goodbye. But if it's just like a buddy of mine or something like that, it's just like, yep, all right,
You-
later.
But that's a goodbye. Like, they don't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
anything. It's like in the middle of
Yeah.
talking, and then they just press the button. And then that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
funny. I don't
I
think
was
I've
in the
ever
middle of
noticed that.
talking. What the fuck? Yeah. Very informative show. Everyone's learning so much.
Oh yeah. Well, I was, as a kid, I was raised on video games, and I always thought red barrels out in the wild would just blow when you shoot them. That's not true either.
Well, if you're
Have you
old
tested
like
it?
me, yeah, you did test it. If you're old like me and you played this Smurf game in Coleco, grass kills you.
Oh,
so,
no.
but that's only in Australia, so it'll teach you for Australia. Don't touch the grass. in
Australia will just kill you. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
The air is poisonous in Australia. Yeah.
Like huntsman spiders and
Ugh.
although I will say the best video I've ever seen from Australia is that dude who went up and sucker punched that kangaroo because the kangaroo was trying to get his dog, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, that's awesome. And that kangaroo looked at that dude like, ow.
Did you guys ever look up the war between Australians and emus?
Oh,
Yeah, actually, I was
World
watching a
War.
video. I was watching a video about that, and so yes, it actually happened. No, it's not to the scale that the internet has turned it into.
Did emus have guns? Like, what did they have?
No, basically, it's a wild herd of emus. Like there was a lot of them. There was like 10,000
Emu
of them.
don't need guns.
But what it was is the
Don't get stepped down from
the government of
Velociraptor.
Australia was like, basically the government of Australia was like, we need to get rid of these pests, and so they sent out like 3 dudes and like a machine gun and a couple of bolt actions or something like that, and to clear
Only
them.
one
And I think,
survived.
well, no, I think they cleared out of the thousands that there were or something like that. They cleared out like a few hundred, but it was enough to scare the rest of them away from the land. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's why the Australians lost the war to the emus." But no, it was actually a thing. It was a pest control thing, is what it was. No different than like where we live, like in Colorado, like there were some wild boar, well not wild boars, but some captive boars and hogs got loose out of a private hunting ranch, and they were terrorizing the fields of the farmers. So
Boars are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's even more hilarious when one goes to charge at your dad and your dog jumps on its back to keep it from not doing that. That was
No, I just mean their behavior is absolutely insane. If there was any parallel, they're like the drunk redneck of the animal kingdom.
Oh God, yeah. The captive ones, yes. The wild ones, they're a little different, man. Like at least the ones that I came across, but I haven't been around many of them. But yeah, no, it was just So the Great Emu War. It was it was like 3 dudes, a couple of machine guns, and killed a few hundred of them, and the other 1,000 of the emus scattered. It was a pest control method, and that's
Nice.
And because it was Australia before they started, they're like, must be Tuesday. And then that.
In fact, I actually think that's a quote in the paper.
Yeah.
Probably,
Little
yeah,
did they know, the Great Emu Kingdom would be back for revenge.
I think I need a show of this emu war. I have seen that the kangaroo are supposedly wait and drown you, like they lure you into the water and drown. Like these things are like evil. Yeah, it's like never go near water when there's a kangaroo in there, because they will lead you there to drown you. Like
what in the world?
Are they like faking that they're drowning, and then they just go in there like, nope, sleep.
Kangaroos are awful. Kangaroos, you know what they do when they have if they're being chased by something like a dingo or whatever the hell, they throw their baby out of the pouch so that they'll eat it, because they're like, I can have babies all year round, so I'll just make another one. And that's how good of a mother that the kangaroos are.
Wow.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Oh yeah, no, they're not carrying mothers. They're more
kangaroo are dicks.
That's the moral of the story.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Learning so much in this comic episode.
I remember the first time that I saw a kangaroo pouch and how gross it was, and I was like,
didn't they do that on Family Guy too, where they step in it? Was that the Simpsons? Oh, the Simpsons.
No, I didn't. No. Mine was like, I was watching something on YouTube, and it was a real kangaroo, and I was like, Winnie the Pooh lied.
Very much so.
It's like that's not what that's
first
supposed
sign
to
of
look
trouble.
like
Tango would have launched Rue like a missile.
Yeah, accurate. Anyway, I just love having me on. I love the talk.
Oh God. Surprisingly enough, not the most chaotic stream we've ever had. You might.
I have to step it up, man.
You might be top 6.
Hey,
I'll take it.
that's pretty good.
And I'm scared for the other 5, but
You should.
I should be.
We have had people come on intentionally to tank the stream from the beginning because they watched the show. Well, that was the hedge. Oh no, the Saskas did it too. The Saskas did it.
They weren't intentionally trying to tank the show.
Huh?
I said it's more telling of you that these people come on and try to tank. Yo, what are you doing?
They're just here to have fun. People are here to have fun, and I
guess
love
not.
it.
You're still here, right? So they obviously didn't win.
Right. Yeah, they might not have won. Did they win? Who knows?
Awesome. I'm gonna have to go look these up.
Yeah, there's a bunch of. I mean, admittedly, I've also been at least 2 of the top 6.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a lot to learn 80 some odd episodes ago.
It sounds like it.
There was some cringe.
Live and learn.
There was some cringe moments there. Not just like the cringe moments that were like actual like, yeah, wow. The lore still exists.
It's true. It's true.
I'm gonna have to go look these
You
up.
can find it all on ADWC.
Yes.
That's right. I got a question for you. So you grew up playing video games. You talked about playing Atari and Coleco. Were you referencing ColecoVision, the Smurf game?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the little thing that goes into the Atari. So yeah, we used to play, let me see. There was Mousetrap, Smurfs. There was a little space game that starts with an X. I can never say it. And those are the only three that I really remember.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the Smurf game was insane. Now, the Atari itself, if you've ever played Yar's Revenge, there's nothing absolutely to it, but it's the most addicting freaking game on the planet. Like, you literally do nothing. You're just like, I don't even know the point. I have no idea. But that and Krull is awesome. Just don't play E.T. It's voted the worst game on the planet for a reason.
Yeah, there's the stories about that game. I actually did play it as a kid, and this game,
I'm for punishment.
Yeah, our standards were so low, and that game was still, even as a child, we're like, this game sucks. I don't know what to do. They dumped like 80,000 of them in a landfill.
There's a landfill of just E.T. games.
I don't believe it's a myth. It's a fact. They had like 80,000 cartridges, and they just dumped them in a landfill in the desert that they made. And they did a documentary on it. I don't blame them either.
You had to make him fly by making his net go up. Yeah. And like this, I don't even remember half of it. I remember falling in a pit.
Some guy. Yes.
All the time. Falling in a pit.
There's an apple there. What do you do with the apple? Yeah. No one knows.
I don't know.
So you mentioned playing Resident Evil. I brought video games because Resident Evil. Do you still play video games? Have you played like the remake that they did?
I have not played the remake. I have watched it. I do not like that Mr. X is no longer sexist. That's just ruined it for me.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah, I know.
Are you asking for the sexism to come back?
I'm sorry, but that was the only joy I had in playing Leon is that he did not get chased by Mr. X. That pervert would chase Claire everywhere. Leon wouldn't touch him. No interest in him. But no, he went after Claire. I'm pretty sure there was something under that jacket he wanted to show Claire, and I just unfortunately never did it. I don't know what it was for that freaking game.
I thought it was lore, but like it was a connection he had to her or her family or something in the past. The game was really good. If you saw the remake, it was really cool.
I will. You know, it's funny because I was watching the beginning remake of Resident Evil 4, and I don't know if I just remember it more clearly, but it looked the same to me. So I don't know.
Yeah. Isn't that funny how that happens?
It looks the same. Like, why is this? I don't get it. But yeah, I actually played because I bought PlayStation 4 and I played Resident Evil 2 first. So going backwards to 1 was not as good. Like, I assume Resident Evil 1 seemed better at the time when you first play it. And then when you play Resident Evil 2 first and then go to 1 is just a bunch of keys.
Yeah. You know? 1 was amazing when it came out, but 2 was like jaw-dropping. Yeah. It was like the perfect game back in the day.
I love 2. 2 was I asked for a freaking remake for like 10 years. It just took too long. Like I was wanting this remake for like ever. And it drove me crazy. And I will tell you that I remember sitting in the theater when the teaser trailer came for the movie. And I can't tell you how disappointed I was when it came on and there was not one effing character from my damn game. Do not make a game movie without the game character. I was so mad. Mad. The commercial was awesome. It was, have you ever seen the original commercial? It was just an umbrella ad. You're just sitting there and you think it's an ad for makeup. I think makeup. And all of a sudden you just see it like flash and you see the T virus, the blue viral thing. And you're like, holy shit, like game movie. And then you're in there first day and it's like, fuck you people. This is what you're watching. So
Yep.
Not happy. And they lost me for the rest of, then Claire's blonde. What the fuck is that shit? And then it gave Mila all of Claire cool moves. I don't know if you played Code Veronica.
Yes, it's a great one.
So the part where at the very beginning, Claire runs from the helicopter and Mila stole that. She took it. Like, really get your own moves. And then they made Leon come in and he's like a puppy following Ada around. Like, who the fuck did you do to my character?
Yeah.
So I was not happy. But if you like Resident Evil, watch Death Island, watch the 5 CGI movies. They're all in there. Claire, I've been wanting Claire and Leon together for decades, and they were this close. And then Claire is just a little too, I want to say leftist. It's like she's just a little too much on the protester side. Not save the zombies, but kind of close.
Oh, but like save the Ukraine, like that kind of.
She wanted the evidence from the government to, do whatever. So she's not really, but she was a little bit like, this is more important than whatever the hell you're doing. And then they got in a fight at the very end when he was asking her out on a date, and I was like, you fucking assholes. So
Carissa,
you never got to go on a date.
Carissa, really quickly.
In the
You've
novel,
been frozen up for a minute. Would you click the stop camera button and click it back on? Because you've been frozen up for a minute. I'm not quite sure.
Nope, moving to me. So really?
Yeah, no, it's been frozen for a minute.
I thought it was my computer.
No, even on stream. So
should I go like out and like log off and come back, or
I'm maybe that would help.
How do I do
yeah,
that?
Yeah, do that real quick because it's frozen. It's frozen in a funny screen.
Great.
And
fantastic.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't even know how to leave. How do I leave? Like get out.
Okay, I will remove you and then you just click the link and come back in.
There you go.
For the record, this is Bat Sauce's fault. Every tech issue we've had over the past couple weeks, he's behind it. I'm convinced.
Oh,
maybe not.
Yeah, he keeps saying to pray to the tech gods, and I'm like, you seem to know a lot about these.
There it is.
And she's back.
There we go. Yeah. So anyway, the CGI movies are the best. So
awesome.
I was so obsessed when Resident Evil 4 came out. I didn't have any technology, or smarts, but I taped the entire game I played, and then I sliced it to a DVD. That's what I did. And I had to put this tape on the screen so that I knew where to pause and then do whatever I had to do that was not entertaining, and then go back to that one spot. And I did this for me. There was really no reason whatsoever. There's no YouTube. There's no nothing.
Whoa, I was about to wait a minute here.
Yeah, there was no
I want to see this. Like that.
I have it. Yeah, I have it. I have it somewhere. It's in my entire gameplay. And it's in the metal case that the game came in, the solid metal case that special one. Really cool. But if you guys want to see this is my Leon doll nice. That I had made. Now let me tell you something about Leon here. So there was this Japanese chick who doesn't speak any English and I don't speak any Japanese. Now she makes these dolls. This is like decades ago. She will only make one doll. That's it. She will never make another one. So I found her site, and there's no Google. I have no idea how I talked to this chick at all. I think I showed her a picture of Leon and my credit card number. And then like 3 months later, this showed up at my door. So it is my favorite. He's got his jacket. He's got the stuff on the belt. He's got the whole thing.
And one of a kind.
That is legit.
One of a kind. Yeah.
That's cool.
She did amazing dolls. I don't even know where the hell she is, but she did a Link doll that looked amazing. I mean, everything she did was amazing. So I was like, you have to. Oh, I don't remember any of the interaction except for my credit card and a picture. I mean, she could have stolen my entire money.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait a minute here.
I apparently did not care. The risks were worth the reward.
That's a hell of an ROI.
I think it was like $400. I'm gonna say like $400 in the 90s. So I have no idea.
Wow.
So I was like, here's my credit card.
That's like my mortgage payment today. That was like a mortgage payment back in the 90s.
Yeah, I have.
Why are you spending mortgage money on? Although it's really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's actually pretty fucking legit.
Yeah. Again, I wish I could find her site because I would love to freaking figure out where she is. But yeah, I have no idea. I didn't even know I found it in the first place. What did we have back then? What was AOL and AOL?
Yeah.
When the internet came on a CD in the mail.
Well, how fucking far back do we want to go? I mean,
you've got mail.
Welcome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, when did Resident Evil?
Wait, what were the other? What were the video game message boards back then?
MSN. Was that far back?
I don't.
I remember it was AOL. You've got mail.
AOL, MSN was, but No, but like the actual message boards for like the gaming message
Oh.
boards and shit like that. What were the
I don't know.
ones
When
back-
I was RPing, it was MySpace. So,
Oh,
MySpace
well,
was
yeah,
the
fuck.
time.
I was there when MySpace was created, which is not.
yeah.
I
Wow.
love
Yeah, I
MySpace,
remember when
man.
it came out. I remember the fight of who's going to be on your top.
Oh,
10.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the worst. When I learned how
I
to hide
think-
those, my life got so much easier.
I think
was
on my MySpace, I was like, I'm gonna rotate this bitch every week, so fuck off, you pussies, and don't say anything about it. And I was like 12.
Yeah, I remember that. That's actually I think that's the reason why like that's how when Facebook came out, they wouldn't let you. You couldn't have a fake picture. And then they bought MySpace and we're like, what the fuck do we do now? And then roleplayerme.me came out and that's where we all went. So good times.
That's fucking hilarious. I love every bit of man.
I can even tell you why I started role playing. You know the movie Stay Alive?
No.
You've never seen the movie Stay Alive? It's where you have to stay alive in the game or you die in real life.
No.
You have to watch
I'm
it.
an action movie guy. I like my action shooters.
Shut up! I don't want to hear about
Die
that.
Hard. Lead the way. You got to shut the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, it's a horror game.
You could
about
say it a
video
little
game.
nicer, like be quiet, peasant child. Like there are ways.
No, there's nothing funny.
Oh, you're not allowed to meet my wife.
So there's this movie that I don't think it did very well, and I think I had to go by myself.
That's why I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, that's why. And then I went by myself because no one would go with me to do this. So it was about Elizabeth Bathory. If you ever heard about her, she originally killed 662 girls, and she bathed in their blood like.
Yep.
Claude.
Oh yeah. She was the Duchess of
I think it was Turkey. Hungary?
yeah. No.
Hungry Turkey,
That's
I don't
a
know.
wild story. That is a wild, especially how they caught her too. Like that was.
Yeah, the side note. Well, she's an idiot. She started a finishing school for girls and never thought that no one would notice. None of them go home ever. Like you go to this finishing school and you're finished. That's pretty much probably why she called it that. So she would have these people come in and that was like the story that she was the main villain. So of course I had to look up all the fun facts of whatever.
That's a wild fucking story.
Yeah,
That's
so I looked up
God. That's
Bathory, and on MySpace there was the pictures of the characters from the movie. And I was like, I know you're not the actor, so what the hell are you doing? And they're like, we're role playing. And I was like, is that legal? Because like you're using like these pictures. They're like, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, this is back in the day.
Yeah, you gotta pick a character you want to play, and then you whatever. So I looked around my room and I saw a cutout, a cardboard life-size cutout of Leon, and I was like, oh, I want to be Claire and find a Leon to role play with. And I'm going to tell you, in 17 years, I never found a Leon that stayed. So that was pointless. But here we are. So,
sounds like you were trying to find a little bit more than that. Anyway,
I love Leon. What can I say? You know.
well, there you go. That's
I don't have to tell you.
great. Oh God, so much internet shit. Oh, I miss that internet. That internet was a wild place.
Yeah,
I
it was
miss
a fun time.
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was great. I love when you go on the splash page, you could put your own music in. You could change the music up. It's
Music.
Yeah,
you
dude,
could-
but I hate it when like people would make it so like you couldn't turn their music off.
I liked it.
Either that or
damn
when you
right.
went in.
You listen to
Either that or when you went in, like some people's pages would give you epilepsy. It's just like retinal induced epilepsy. You're like, what's happening?
You put your life in the line to go check out pages. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh man.
That was the
Like-
fun of it. You never knew what you were going to get, and you learned a lot about the personalities of people that you thought you knew. When you go to their page, and it's like, what in the world? No idea.
Yeah,
you're
it
like
teaches
this.
you about personality. You want to find out if you're first in their list. You know,
Mhm,
all that
mhm.
stuff. It was so drama filled. I loved it, but at least it was a fun drama filled, and not the shit we have now. That's not a
dude.
fun drama filled.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's so retarded. Some of the God, like would MySpace work today? Like they'd have to lock a few
You
things
can't
down.
put Pandora back in the box. You're screwed.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
MySpace. Well,
You go.
one of the biggest things about MySpace was that people wrote their own HTML codes to customize it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I had
Like-
my own custom Resident Evil, and then Supernatural. Like I had but I don't even know. I couldn't tell you shit how to do it now, but I learned it. Like, I learned how to do my cover. Yeah, especially when I learned how to cover the top friends because my life got better. So I learned that real fast. But yeah,
I had buddies of mine who wrote it. A buddy of mine wrote an awesome HTML, and it was like a plug and play like thing. And so he was like, okay, so here, and here, like here you can adjust your colors, here you can adjust your images. Here, he's like, all you have to do, and he showed me how to do it, and like sent that to me. And then I went, and I might actually still have that email.
I still have the
because
the
I still have
email.
my like original email address that I created back then.
I
which
do
is
have
like-
all the codes for MySpace.
Oh,
I have all the codes. I have everything. 98% of everything I've ever RP'd, and there's a lot. There is a lot. Like I started as a one-liner, and now I can't even imagine doing one line today. Like I sit down and do 3,000 to 6,000 words, but back then it's like, oh, I could do one line and then pair. I'll never do novel-air. It's too many words. Yeah, that obviously changed a little bit, but yeah, I learned a lot. So, but yeah, I miss MySpace. Let me bring up all these bad memories. Now I gotta go back to reality, the stupid Facebook.
It's fun to relive.
I was
Meta.
I was one of the people like I wasn't on Facebook until like 2 years after everybody had adopted Facebook.
I didn't give up until MySpace was like bought out, but it was supposed to go away and then it didn't go away, and I didn't go to Facebook until I don't even think I truly went to Facebook until I started comics. Like I was forced to go on there and interact with people, which I do very well. I can interact with people. I'm an introvert extrovert. Like I could sit in my house for 3 years straight and not talk to a single person, or I could go to the grocery store and talk my whole life story with the person in front of me. So I could do both.
Like, I'm like I'm a weird inverse of that. I'm like I go out to my day job. I travel all the time for work. Like, and by travel, like I just drive a lot, like multiple. So when I get home, I'm like, I don't want to go out anywhere. I'm like, oh, are you an introvert? No, I'll have 40 people at my house. I will cook for every one of them. I will entertain the hell out of 40 fucking people. I just don't want to go anywhere. I hate dealing with the public in public, but I will invite the public to my house for food because
I am the opposite. Do not come to my house.
Yeah.
I
like-
can't. It's so much harder to kick them out when they're there. But
No, it's not. That's why you have guns. They're right there. It's not that hard. They're right there. I can't pull them out because YouTube gets really mad about that on live streams. But no, they're right there. It's not that hard.
the gun just comes out of the
Barbecue is-
table. Well, yeah.
Barbecue's
Yeah.
not going to end the way I thought it was going to end. I thought it was going to be handshakes and waving. Nope, it'll be all right.
No,
Time for y'all
yeah,
to
that
get.
went in a totally different direction than I thought it was going to go in. But yeah, like I mean, I'm too. I can be. I think it's like if you want to believe in the astrology signs, or whatever. I'm the Pisces, so like I can never make decisions between two things. I'm an optipest. I'm optimistic and a pessimist. I always expect every single thing to go wrong, but when it happens, I can get like the best thing out of it. So I'm like, I do both. So yeah, I could do both, but I will not have people at my house. So I'll go to your house and have a barbecue because I can leave. Like I could probably.
Well, you
tolerate
think
about-
you can.
I could probably
I've had-
tolerate about 30 minutes before I'm like, well,
I-
you gotta go.
I will put it this way. I've had people pretty hammered falling asleep in lawn chairs before. So, I mean, you'll leave eventually, but like
This sounds like a threat.
we might be collecting keys that night, and then I'll just put the
Are you
keys
having
with
a
my.
swinging party? You just pull the key out of the bowl?
No, what the fuck? No, I don't want you to drive drunk. What the hell are you talking about? I was talking about people being drunk in my backyard.
It's called the swingers. Swingers club.
What
You put
the
your
fuck are
keys.
you?
You put your keys in a bowl, and then someone pulls it out, and then you sleep with that person. That's how it goes. You just have
No! What the fuck? No! I
I've
was
never
talking
done
about taking keys from drunk people so they don't kill other people.
That's
And
fun.
you're just like, No, we're gonna talk about fucking right now.
This would be.
How did we get here?
What a hilarious!
That's all I had. I can get to anything from anywhere, so I.
That would be a really.
Oh
funny
dear God!
Misunderstanding skit though,
Right?
where he's like, "Let me get your
Someone
keys."
pulls
They're
out
like,
your key
"Oh,"
you're like,
and it's not that at all.
It's not that at all.
No, it's like,
Wait, what do you mean you didn't want to sleep with us? You guys are fucking hammered. I just don't want you running over my yard gnomes.
Rose accidentally went to a swinger party, but I spent the night playing with Fetch with a puppy. See, she got out of it. So.
That's my wife.
Is that?
That story is most likely true.
No.
Yeah, my
I've
wife.
never gone to a swingers party, but I need
Carissa
spicy
needs-
barbecue. I do.
My wife makes we have a garden grow every year. She grows everything from mild peppers to hot peppers, homegrown seasonings, everything. She makes hot sauces and barbecues fresh out of our garden every single
I've
year.
never had spicy food.
never.
Okay.
I think I broke them. It's like what? I've
How
also
did
never
you-
been drunk, so
No,
I
I can
can
deal
do
with
it.
the drunk thing. Let's go back to the spicy food. Fine,
I'm full of
spice.
concern.
I don't care about the drunk thing. That's fine. Yeah, fuck the booze. Like, let's not talk about. What do you? Okay, like.
I didn't mean to break you.
It's
no,
impressive, really.
No, it kind of hurts because I'm. The fuck do you eat?
Plain food.
Like what?
I'm Italian. It was pasta. There's no spicy pasta. I don't know what to tell you.
Bullshit! There's no spicy pasta.
Yeah, fra
I never
diavolo.
had spicy pasta. No.
That's
Yeah.
not a thing at all. You've never done crushed red peppers on anything. You've never.
No.
This hurts my soul.
That's impressive, actually, that you've been able to dodge spice for an
I
entire
think
life.
the word you want to say is sad, but that's fine. No, I've never tried it. No.
It hurts.
Gotcha.
My
It's
husband eats it
fine.
all the time.
Why
I
does
just
it hurt? It
I
hurts
know.
like right here. I don't know what that is, but
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
now that song's gonna be stuck in my head.
Sasquatch is the
I-
hide and seek champion.
Yeah.
in that.
I've been like,
I didn't see
and
children,
here
man.
I am having like crack withdrawals because I can't find a hot sauce in our house the last few days. Except there is one hot sauce in the house, but it's like,
So has there been a hot sauce that you could not handle? Because isn't there like what are the levels? There's like I don't remember what they're.
Scoville
there-
scale, right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
There has not. Now I know they exist. I just haven't had them. No, there has not been a hot sauce that I haven't been able to handle because I'm smart and understand how to spread hot sauce over food. Because you don't just sit there with spoonfuls of it. Although I have done that to taste test like my wife's, but I understand how to use spread hot sauce over food and so on. So there's not been a hot sauce. There has been a salsa that I had. It was it's from an awesome place actually. It's an online place, so one of my favorite places to shop. My wife when she came home with goats, right? When she came home with goats or something else, it was some other animal that she came home with. 2 days later, a box from this place showed up, and she goes, "Here, I'm sorry." But the place is called Pepper Palace, and they used to have a thing called Death by Salsa. And
Yeah.
that's okay. Have you had it, Daniel? The Death by Salsa?
It sounds like
Like-
an ulcer.
That
But
one.
you're not dead. Did you have it?
Yes, I did, but that was one of those ones where I did
Is it
one
ghost peppers? that ghost
Ghost Reaper. There's a few other things in there too.
Those are not words you should associate with like food.
And
It just
then no,
sounds like
I did
you're
one
doing a
healthy
life
chip full of it, and even I was like, I can't. I don't think I can do another chip. I think I did just to see, and then I was like, okay, I really can't do another. Like that
That's
Death by
sad.
Salsa. That's one of those salsas where like you get the boys together and like a lot of the boys together or whatever. And like, all right, boys, whichever one bitches out first loses. And then you all just sit there and you do like it is a challenge salsa. I do not believe that sauce. However, as hot as it was, the flavor was still really good.
So do you sweat with these? Are you like sweating?
Oh yeah.
With those ones.
Exercise in a bottle.
I have gotten to a point where like the upper end of like my medium heat is like ghost pepper. So like ghost
What's the
pepper
one
is
above ghost pepper? Is that the Reaper?
Reaper,
something
pepper. They've got some cross hybrids now. Trinidad Scorpion, I think, is a little hotter. Trinidad Scorpion. They've got a few things out there, but I'm getting to a point where just I like ghost pepper is just in like my normal range of heat. So,
Do you watch The Simpsons? Did you see when he had a?
no, I haven't watched. I
he
think
put
the
wax on his tongue so that he can just swallow down the ghost peppers.
Oh, I
yeah,
did. I
I
do
remember that one.
remember
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Wow, that was a long time ago.
I haven't watched it in years.
As,
But every single event in my life can probably be from, so I could probably relate it to some Simpsons episode or scene or something. But yeah, I remember that episode where it's like he's hallucinating in the going to the lighthouse and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that was Ghost Peppers, or maybe it was the one higher. Something, somebody said it was some pepper from like New Guinea or something, something from the swamp of something. I don't know.
The internet says
No.
California Reaper is the hottest pepper on the
There
planet.
you go.
It is, yes.
Pepper. No, it's not. Pepper X just got approved.
I thought Pepper X was the name of the California
No.
Reaper. No,
Mm.
Elon's got his own pepper now. It's the hottest. All right.
Actually, it's the guy who came up with the Carolina Reaper. But he's keeping it
Up
tightly under.
himself.
Well, the problem is that he kind of put it out there and let everybody buy the seeds, and then everybody bought the seeds and then started growing their own and then making
Yeah.
crossbreeds. And he basically got screwed on the money for doing the year's worth of work to figure out how to make it hot.
Why did he sell the seeds? What did he think was going to happen?
I don't. The world was different back then. And so now he's learned. So Pepper X, but Pepper X is one of those that like it is so hot, like it's 10 times the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah,
It's actually got so like that it even calls me to question it, where I'm just like I don't know, because you're getting into the territory of, even for somebody like me, no, you're getting into like ulcer territory.
Yeah, it sounds like an ulcer. Yeah.
Like, and I grow this stuff out of my
If you
garden
put a
and have
nail in it and it dissolves, don't eat it. That's like Mountain Dew. Like, don't eat that.
I used to, my buddy that lived with us for a while, he would make a giant pot of chili, like one of huge pots, and it'd be full to the top. And once it was finished simmering all day, he would take 4 or 5 drops of whatever he had, just 4 or 5 drops, and mix it in. I tried a bite of it, and my mouth was on fire, even like chugging milk and everything for a while. And I'm not great with heat, but he's over there sitting on the leather recliner, drenched, his entire body, top to bottom, drenched. His cheeks are all sweaty. He's all lit up, and he's taking.
Wait, was he a big boy?
Oh yeah, he's like 6'5", 200 something pounds. Yeah, he's a big fella. Big.
Okay, yeah. So that wasn't
big
the
Viking
heat.
of a
That
man.
was.
That wasn't the heat.
No, you said he's a big boy.
No.
6'5". He was just sweating because it was hot.
Oh no, it was an air conditioned room. He just took a couple bites and he's sitting there and he's just like, it's like, dude, are you all right? He's like, it's so good. It's so good. I was like, how is that good? And his like socks are dripping on the floor. I don't. That's a world I will never understand. But
He's
man,
not
he
a guy
enjoyed
that
it.
understands.
I'm on your side. I don't understand it either.
I will. Well, you guys, you're coming to the barbecue, so I will prepare, or I will have my wife prepare some sauce. Actually, we actually have to do that. We're getting the barbecue list together. I think, what did we decide on? The first day is going to be brisket, pulled pork, and smoked chicken.
I had pulled pork yesterday. I would go for pulled pork.
I built my own smoker.
I still want you to smoke some weird stuff, like some Pop-Tarts or like a Hot Pocket, maybe some hot dogs.
Do you
I
smoke
am
your
not-
hamburgers? Because I heard that was really good.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, you do a
There you
reverse
go.
sear. You sit there, you let them smoke for about 30, 45 minutes, take them off, put them over a hot griddle or a hot grill, and sear them off real quick.
I think I had it once and it was really good. We don't have a smoker and we're in the
I want
South,
some.
so that's really sad.
I built mine. I couldn't afford one, so I built one, and then I looked up what it would cost for me to buy one the size, and it'd be like $5,000 for me to buy
Holy
one
crap.
the size of what I built. And I
Damn.
after
I want like some smoked Frosted Flakes or something, man.
It's just like he wants to smoke it. Just like did we try to explore
hold on. Actually, if you
could smoke.
if you took
Great.
cornflakes, this is no bullshit. if you take cornflakes, okay, and you smoke the cornflakes, you have to cold smoke them, okay?
Of course,
Then
naturally.
you crush up,
Worse.
you crush up the cornflakes, and then you turn the cornflakes into the breading for like a fried chicken. You would actually be able to get a smoked flavor out of the breading of a fried chicken.
There you go.
But yes, so like not the like,
But you could just skip the chicken, and I could just add some milk and have at it and see what we got.
I'm learning so much.
Come on, you're
I
not curious.
I think Justin
No.
needs-
no.
Did all
Do
that
you have
work?
any idea how hard? So like the entire
like a
reason that I went
Snickers or
down this
Laffy
whole like
Taffy or
I
something.
built my own smoker. I now built a direct heat barbecue pit. Like the whole reason I went down this journey is because the first like I was like, oh, I'm gonna smoke some food.
Acknowledge
The
that
first
he's done this. He's getting
the
upset.
first brisket that I ever cooked on a smoker, there was about that much meat inside of it that was edible out of a 10-pound fucking brisket. I fucking
Well done.
mutilated that thing. Bad. In a not good way. Horrible. Not good. And like everybody was like, yeah, this is bad. I'm like, and I swore to myself I would never cook food that bad again and serve it to people. I might accidentally drop it on the ground and then the dogs can have it. But I will never cook food that bad again and serve it to people. And you're like, hey, why don't you take a Pop-Tart and place it over your nicely seasoned grill racks and then let the Pop-Tart jelly get on the grill racks and ruin the grill racks?
I think
Might
he
be
needs a
worth
nap.
it though.
I don't
I was
need
gonna
a
say,
nap.
is this conversation gonna spur the inclusion of a smoker in one of your future comics now?
Yeah, I'm
There
gonna
you
have
go.
to.
And you
I'll
know,
have to send you pictures of it. It looks kind of
It'll
cool.
be in
I have to
hell.
have,
it'll be in
Bigfoot
hell. There'll be a
and,
smoker, and they're putting Pop Tarts in the smoker.
I have
And
to
Royce
have,
is like, "This is so accurate."
I'm gonna have to make a list. I have to have Bigfoot and an alien and a smoker with Pop Tarts and cornflakes. And then, anyone want to add anything else when we're going in this chaotic world? I mean, it's gotta have.
the 86
I don't know how we got here. I don't
Justin
think I got us
random
here.
shit on the
I
smoker
really
grill.
don't.
I said the
I don't-
infamous words that I've never had spice, and I broke you.
Yeah,
and
stop saying that. That fucking it's right here. I've
You're
never
my
had.
nightmares now. I'm sorry.
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
So, Royce, can you guys make your own Chipotles then?
We have them growing outside right now.
That's awesome.
And the chipotle pepper used to actually be it was just a jalapeno that was seasoned a specific way.
Yeah.
But what they did is they actually genetically spliced the jalapeno, or just through process of growing and stuff like that. And now it's actually its own thing.
I never knew that
so-
until like 3 weeks ago. I first learned that a
I
jalapeno
learned it 4 seconds
Chipotle
ago,
were
really.
they're the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah, they're
I
like
love
the raisins of the pepper world, kind of.
Mhm.
Or they
What's
used to
better,
be.
pulled pork or brisket?
Um.
I don't think
and-
I've had brisket.
Pulled brisket, maybe.
Because to me, I
So-
always thought they were the same, but I know they're not.
No, brisket. Brisket's cow. A pulled pork is pig. I mean, that is a personal preference thing. That is that is. I will say this: if it comes to what I would rather cook versus pulled pork or brisket, I would rather cook pulled pork because the time to do it is a lot less. So the last
It's a lot easier to not fuck up.
yeah, pulled pork is a lot easier to not fuck up. Brisket, on the other hand, is a but I mean
It
you
is
do it
not
well,
that
but yeah.
See now.
Now
this is
here's
another
what we do.
interesting
So here's what we
episode.
do. So we have the brisket, then we have the pulled pork, and then probably like a chicken, because that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna have homemade coleslaw and homemade barbecue sauces, anywhere from just sweet
I've never
barbecue
had
sauces
coleslaw.
to heat barbecue sauces. No, it's just cabbage. It's just cabbage mixed with like some
It never
people do
looked
like a
entertaining
mayonnaise.
to me.
Yeah.
It
But here's
never
what you
looked
do. But here's
Close
what you
your eyes
do.
and eat it. I don't know.
So you got bread toasted. You got toasted bread. You put on brisket.
Yeah,
Then you
don't
do pulled pork. Then you do chicken. Then you do barbecue sauce. Then you put on coleslaw. Then you put on top bread, and then you eat.
I'm
What if
glad you
instead
added
of
in the
bread?
so we figured it out.
I swear to
Um,
fuck Heavily Music. I swear I will boot you from this show. If you're just like, no, we're not gonna do bread. We're just sick.
What? Hear me out. Hear
It
me
seems
out.
like bread would take up too much room, and you'd have to have less brisket.
What if you hollow out a Twinkie
Jesus.
and then load it up so you get the sweet in there with the
How did we get
savory?
here? What
Did you
happened?
ever see The Simpsons where Lisa says, "I'm no longer going to have meat"?
Oh yeah,
And-
yeah, yeah.
And Homer's
Yep.
like, "You're not going to have
God.
bacon." She's like, "No." "You're not going to have ham?" "No." "You're not going to have pork?" It's like, "Dad, that's all the same creature." "Yeah, sure, some magical creature."
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought of when he's like, "We're having brisket. We're having whatever." Yeah. It's great.
Well,
All right.
okay. So funny enough, though, the first day is going to be the brisket, the pulled pork, the chicken. The
Wait, what do you mean the
next
first
day,
I mean, cooking or people are staying over your house?
what's up?
No.
You said first day. You mean cooking or like people over?
No, the barbecue is multiple days,
Oh my god!
and then
You're
the
like
second
opposite
day,
of- you
the second
cannot be
day,
more opposite of me.
the second day, we're doing smash burgers and smoked
hour.
lamb leg gyros. And then because I love lamb. Lamb is one of my favorites. So we're doing smash burgers, smoked lamb leg gyros, and then probably gonna do some Texas pit beans. So you basically throw stuff on a smoker in a cast iron pan and just let it sit there and just smoke. It's
Do you play like some Slayer while they're cooking? Is that why they're
I don't know what's gonna play on the barbecue playlist. I got several hundred songs on the barbecue playlist, ranging from songs that people will love to songs that people will hate. Everything from the
I just want to be
1940s. and on.
photographed by Nickelback on loop.
That is
the
on there.
entire
It's not on
weekend.
loop, but it is on there. It's on there. I can promise. Not the song that I have the Pokemon theme song on there. That is another one.
Nice.
I have
I'm learning
there's
so much.
Michael Jackson is also on there. Avenged
More?
Sevenfold is on there as well. Yeah. It's I've got Tom McDonald on there as well. Got a lot of country on there too. You know, there's some country on there. And,
I still haven't gotten past multiple days, so
yeah. No.
I can't do multiple hours. Like I don't. This does not compute the multiple.
I
Like-
usually so just for reference, and it's about 10 o'clock here. I've been up since 5:30 this morning.
It's 11
And
o'clock here.
So I've been up since 5:30 this morning. And here's the
too.
thing. It's my day off.
Mine too.
I took vacation time. Hey, awesome. So you actually
did
understand
nothing.
this thing.
I did nothing.
Oh,
That's
I
why we
didn't.
were two different people. I stayed on the couch and I worked on files. I didn't. I
About
barely got up.
60
Yeah.
hours.
No. I got up. I
This is
did.
how we're
I
different
actually
people.
did let the kids sleep in until about 7:30 this morning. I was being a little nice.
You animal.
But we got the kids up, and then they helped us feed the
Wow,
baby goats, help feed the baby goats and all that stuff. And then basically the kids started cleaning the house. I started working on my computer issues and stuff. Getting that all sent
Yeah,
out.
I don't work Monday or Fridays or Saturday or Sunday.
I don't stop working. I enjoy.
Well,
I'm
I do my comic, but I don't actually go out into the world and
See,
like.
but that's
do
work.
work.
That's work.
I don't
You're
see. I never
producing.
thought of it as work though.
But it's production. You
Production
are
is a better
producing.
word. I can do production.
Yeah, but that's
Not-
work.
not on the
But that's
couch
work.
for 2 weeks
You physically
doing
have to move to
nothing,
do
so
it.
I can't do it.
You've got to produce. Like you are working on something. I hate the fact that people have turned work into a dirty word. It fucking pisses me off. Like, oh, work is work is a fucking fantastic word. You know why? Because
Sat on the couch and not left and just watch TV for like 12 hours straight.
oh god, yeah.
Okay.
I do have my days like that. Trust me. Like there are days. They are 2 or 3 of them a year. I will literally tell my wife.
Oh, mine's 2 or 3 a week, but we'll
No,
we understand.
mine's like 2 or 3 a year. I will tell my wife, I'm like, I'm not doing anything today. And when she goes downstairs and I'm in pajama pants and my slippers, she's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I wear jeans
I've been in
and
pajama
boots.
pants for 48 hours.
Yeah, no. If I'm in pajama pants downstairs on the couch, like it's one thing. It's like, oh, it's winter time. The bedroom's a little cold, you obviously. But like if I'm downstairs on the couch, I'm usually in blue jeans, my fucking Ariats, which are my boots because I don't own a pair of tennis shoes, and a t-shirt. And if my wife sees me in pajama pants, she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm just like, "I'm not moving today." And she's
So-
like,
So I have off Friday through Monday, and I'm in pajamas that entire time. So that is the difference between me.
I couldn't.
I don't think I've even sat on my couch in jeans. The second I'm home, I strip and put PJs on. I don't think my couch has been like, if I got on my couch with blue jeans, it'll be like, what the fuck is on me? Like, I would have no idea. I cannot compute that either. Yeah.
I think I have issues with dudes that wear shorts because like I'm like, yeah, men shouldn't show their legs because that's weird. Like that's just where I'm at.
You're weird. I have less stress, so I have a friend that does the same thing. She'd be like, "This is what I'm doing today. I'm running around with the kids. I have this, and this. I'm cooking this and this and this." And I was like, "I'm gonna write for 2 hours and I'm gonna watch TV for the rest. And I might get up. I don't know. We'll see." That's my general day. So yeah, unless my Kickstarter ends, then I'm nonstop for 48 hours. Because my Kickstarter ends and the second payment goes through 40 hours straight, everything gets shipped out. So that's the only time I'm at maximum level is I'm gift wrapping everything that goes out. And that's the only time my laziness truly goes somewhere. I don't know where the hell it goes, but it goes somewhere. Because I don't even gift wrap Christmas presents, but I gift wrap every single thing that leaves my Kickstarter. So.
That's interesting. I don't know if I've hit max level in a long time. Like I know I have, but that's interesting.
Slacking.
Huh?
All respect for you. I thought you were max all the time.
No. I mean, I'm in my 30s now. Doing that hurts.
I'm 46.
Yeah, but I'm constantly fucking going, but I'm like max level, and I'm like, because I know what that looks like, and it hurts.
Well, that's why I only do it for 48 hours every other month.
Yeah, but I don't know the last time that I've hit it. No, I get you. Like, trust me.
Oh no, I generally only sleep 4 hours. So like I'm in bed by 10:30 and I'm up by 3:30. Oh, yeah. So
yeah, you got me beat on that. Usually
it's not
5
on
or
purpose.
6.
It's my mind hates me. But yeah.
No. Oh no, I totally get you. Yeah, I'm usually 5.
My husband could sleep for 12 days straight, but he'll sleep 12 hours and wake up exhausted. I'll sleep 4 and I'll be like, I could do whatever. So it's really weird that I am as lazy as I am.
No, I'm the same way.
I don't drink caffeine. This is my energy level. So, but I saved it all for you. So this is all day.
No, you're good. Well, so I think we totally burned past our time limit to be like, hey, chat, do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
So chat, if you guys have any questions,
with a warning, really.
Right? No, that's fine because I was like, man, God, this conversation was a blast.
This is why you don't go in blind. See, this is your
No. This is exactly why I go in blind.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Wait,
no,
you like it when you're
guests that can talk are the best about anything and just go and it's the best.
This is my show every week.
It makes my job easy.
You really could not go back on this show and be like, what the hell did we talk about? Except for something in there, I have no idea.
I can give you a diagram of it tomorrow.
My favorite is when you get to a topic, like he's like, where did we get this? And we can trace it back. Like, all right, we talked about this and went to this, and somehow we got to that, and now we're on this. And that's
so confused walking in 5 minutes ago.
I just thought
dude, Jersey, you gotta go back, bro. There's a little rewindy bar at the bottom. There's no rewinding anymore. A scrolling bar. Scroll back to the beginning. It's fun, especially the beginning because that fucking intro. I am playing that intro for the fucking out because that was fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, the intro is incredible.
Oh my god.
I very much enjoyed it when Batsaw sent it to me.
I hadn't seen it until tonight. That was literally my first experience with that because I've again been doing the go thing and all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show off this Kickstarter one more time before we close out the evening because I absolutely love this. The artwork is unfucking real. The fact that you got the artists that you got. Guys, absolutely go over here to Kickstarter. Check out this fantastic collection of books.
Follow the link or search Worthy Chaos, where the only thing that pops up we're always either live or in pre-launch. I already have pre-launches approved for the rest of the year and for January. So there's always one in pre-launch. I accidentally didn't have the last one the first week, and my readers went crazy, like, where's the link? And I'm like, there's 3 weeks to go to the next one. You've plenty of time. And I sent out the link, and in 24 hours, I had 80 followers. So apparently my readers like the link. So apparently,
That's
not so
awesome.
approved. So either I'm trained or they're trained. One of us is trained. But yeah, so we launch every other month, and then you get your books are shipped within regular backers are shipped within 48 hours. New people, unfortunately, do the last thing. It's 7 days. So you got to wait 7 days now till it's shipped out. We had an error on the price, an error on a payment that didn't exist until the last minute, when like you don't have a chance to fix it anymore. So after the 7 days, it's like suddenly payment failed and it was already shipped. They fortunately paid it, which was really nice of them. But so now returning backers, 48 hours, new people, 7 days, which is still faster than anybody else. So I still feel guilty. So it doesn't really matter.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I have to get it out fast. The Kickstarter's in 4 more weeks. So it's like, yeah, it's coming. You got to have your book before then. But we do release every other month because besides me being insane, it's an incredibly long series. And like I said, we're on issue 17. So we are 6 issues ahead that I don't get paid for until it comes on Kickstarter.
And you started a year and a half ago, and 11 issues are out now.
11 is live now. Yeah. Until January.
11 is live now.
July
So
8th.
guys, you have 11 issues now. And
Yeah.
if she keeps up this pace in a
You gotta
year
hurry
and
up
a
with the
half,
button.
you will have 11 more.
Yeah, because next year we're doing 8 because that'll finish the book 3. So 22, we'll be at issue 22 next November. So you got to get it now because and that'll be halfway through the series. So
guys, this is this is one of the best things that I think I've seen in a while, because one of the coolest things about, Wednesdays back in the day, that's why I actually named my show on Wednesdays, Comic Shop Wednesdays, is because that's when the new comics came out. And there was always a new issue, and you get the new weekly comic. Well, you're not quite at weekly yet, but you're getting really damn close, and I think that's absolutely fantastic.
If my fans and readers are loyal but broke like me, so when I
Right.
when I come up
You need
with- I feel bad now. Like you could tell every other Kickstarter is a little bit lower because they're like saving up for the next one. So like they don't get as much merch in between, and then it goes to the next one. But yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
so most indie creators do like 2 to 4 issues a year, and I do 7 to 8 and a hardcover. So yeah, you were crazy. It's called Being Crazy and Insane and Obsessed. There's the 3 that fit the story.
Oh,
So,
welcome to a drink with Crazy.
but man, who wants to wait, especially with the cliffhanger? You remember the summers where you had a cliffhanger in 3 months until you find out how your show ended? Remember that torture?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we don't do that here.
yeah, yeah. It was Sam standing under a fucking streetlight.
That's right. Yeah. So we don't have that here. We get it out as soon as possible. And you literally get the PDF within an hour. So you'll have the PDF in
That's
an hour.
cool.
So yeah. As soon as payments go through, everyone gets their PDF and whatever you want. And we have coloring books and stuff. And so yeah. But I feel bad because there's a lot of people on Kickstarter that don't get their books for like 2 years. And I'm like, what is that even like? Like, how do you even remember what you bought? So
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that is a war we could fucking start. Yeah. Ooh.
I probably should have brought that at the beginning of the show, but yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. But yeah, a lot of people have the fear that they won't get their issue. But I don't start a Kickstarter until it's printed and in hand. So what the hell?
Hi, Addie.
I was a monkey, so that really scared me because that's all I saw was the tail.
No,
I was like,
this
what
is
the hell?
this
yeah.
is Addie.
Hi, Abby. I have
So,
4 of those. So
Addie. I have more than that, and I also have chickens and goats and dogs and 4 kids.
yeah, because
and
you're a
wife.
glutton for punishment. You just like to have more stress
And
and
the
more work.
partridge in
No,
the
I get it.
pear
There's actually a thing behind why I think I have. Okay, that's not very feminine. No.
Yeah, I
no,
can see that.
No. Pause. Hey, Emily Music, where can we find you? What do you do?
I work on music. I kick around. Obviously, I'm here, and then the other thing I go on, big thing, is Tuesday nights at 9:30 Eastern time. I do a show called the Iron Seas Podcast with Bat Sauce, who created the intro for the show here, Ultimate Kahuna, and also AC Pritchard, who also has a campaign going on right now for a Saga of Sunsets. So between those two places, and then making music, and obviously hanging out in the Discord and in chats all around the interwebs whenever I can be there. So keeping busy. That's about it.
Mr. Daniel P. Riley. What do you do? Where can we
What?
find you? Stop that shit. No. No, you have to do it this week because I don't have my links where I can just do it for you.
I know. I just like fucking with you.
I fucking hate you so much. You're so fucking queer.
Gay
What if
says
I could
what?
s-
Anyways, I am Daniel P. Riley of whimsyland.org, literary coaching and services. I help you create the very best creation that you can create. And I'm going to say it that way because I am drunk as hell.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Royce. I have been a drink with crazy. I hope all of you had an absolutely fantastic time. Tune in on the main channel on Sunday where I go and I read all of your comments from this last week's live streams as well as videos that I posted up. I posted up a Kaiju number 8 video because I have issues and I wanted to talk about it. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so
Definitely
much for
has
being here.
issues.
Where's the button? I can't find the button. Hey, peace out, everybody. Can we talk over it? Should we talk over it? Should we do that thing?
I'll talk over it.
We can talk over it. Ah, I can't unmute our guests. Only they can unmute themselves. Carissa, you have to unmute yourself.
Look, we're making the new counterculture, whether they want it or not. So
It's
who's
just-
going to run the
Hi!
non-woke answer?
You were
to
laughing,
Newsarama
Carissa.
or the
I saw that.
non-autistic IGN?
Yes, I was.
Oh, this
Are you
is
showing
great.
the video where they? Yeah.
Gentlemen, you know he's the man, the myth, the legend.
Goodbye,
This-
Richard.
This is the funniest shit.
We'll miss you so much.
Look at me. We're gonna be okay.
This is fucking great.
Oh my gosh, just die already.
Just die already.
You
Go
won't even
away,
make-
Richard.
Won't even make eye contact. What kind of guy is
Oh
he?
no, he won't even
No.
make eye contact.
No, he's ignoring me.
He doesn't
Granted,
wanna
you're
look
looking
you.
at the audience too. You're not innocent here. You know who you're putting the show on for.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna wind up on Pornhub.
It's probably already there.
Yeah.
What
You know
a-
what's bad is I don't remember this movie, so I have no clue who I am.
That's the best shot. That's right there. That's the best.
I don't know where that still image came from of me. I have
Our new
Hey, as
co-host
long as
that
they
will be
don't
taking
look at
Richard's
each other,
spot
it's not
on the
gay.
show is Mr. Emily Music. My next co-host, the man who will
Conan,
absolutely
the
make a
librarian.
huge change, and by making
Conan,
a huge
the
change, what I
librarian.
mean by that
Dude,
is
that
love
it's
should be
going
a-
to help
the
you
way your hair
change
is cut
from
out
having a
in this
story in your
Don't ever
picture.
take
It's got
off
like a little
the
handle.
picture, you'll be sorry.
hands, and this is the man. The
Your
myth,
library
Daniel P.
books
Riley
are
of
overdue.
whimsyland.org.
I remember when he did this one originally.
That's here.
Yeah.
Good Christian boy.
I know what this Stitch Evolution is from too.
Number 1 Iron Age booty.
I love season 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Royce. Welcome back to
He loves
A Drink
goats.
with Crazy.
I am buying him goat. I love goat.
This is fun.
See? He loves goats.
Oh my
I am buying goat. I love goat.
Oh god. Ladies
like
and
the
gentlemen,
fact
thank
that
you all so much for tuning in to Iron Age Nights, the IAK podcast. And as always, until next time, cheers, everybody.
Good night, everybody.